Hey, restaurant pros, are you out there looking for restaurant management tips and tools for a great team? Well, you're in the right place. Because if you're dying to have a great management team that gets things done, and especially your way, you're in the right place. Because I'm going to share with you 6 restaurant management tips and tools for a great team. Hey, look, if you love the idea of this video and videos like it, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, and the bell so you're notified every time a new video comes out. I'm David Scott Peters, creator of the Restaurant Prosperity Formula, and I get it, you want to have a great management team. Heck, I have built my career on that. Since 2003, I've been coaching independent restaurant owners and managers just like you. To what? Put systems in place that allow you to impose your will without being there, to have financial freedom from your business, as well as freedom from your business. And the only way we can do that is to have a good team. Otherwise, it relies on you. You're a prisoner to your business. So this is a really important topic. How do you impose your will? How do you get more out of your team that you can actually leave and make the money you deserve? Well, here are the 6 tips. Number 1, make sure that the managers and the employees you hire fit your company culture. You have to make sure that if you're a loosey-goosey atmosphere, that you don't hire somebody from fine dining that literally is a straight and narrow person that can't let go. Vice versa, if you're the steakhouse that's fine dining and you've got somebody who's been working a sports bar forever and they're loosey-goosey, use language not appropriate, tell jokes, right? Sits down with guests and you go, that's not appropriate for my business. Now, some of those are trainable, right? Those are trainable systems. But the truth is, our personality is who we are. Hey, look, really more important when you hire managers, if service is incredibly important to you, you don't hire the person that's all about just numbers. You need somebody who cares about the guests. We can teach them the systems to get the numbers. Vice versa, if you're all about numbers, and you hire somebody who's all loosey-goosey and, hey, we'll get to things when we get to it and so on, you're going to be frustrated. So the number one thing you've got to do is make sure you hire people who fit your company culture. Culture first. I can teach you my system. I can teach you my process. I can teach you my way. Number 2, teach them your core values. Core values are who you are as a person. They almost never change. If you're such an honest person and somebody drops a penny, you would chase them down 3 blocks to hand them their penny. That's how honest you are. That's a core value. It's visceral. It's deep inside of you. Well, for our business, maybe your core value might be quality product, incredible service, right? Great hospitality. It might be cleanliness. It might be integrity. And so all of a sudden, you've got to teach those things so that your managers and employees make decisions based off your core values, not their own. If somebody's dishonest and is reusing coupons over and over again and they're stealing bottles of liquor from your liquor cabinet, do you want them in your business, number 1? But number 2, that's how they make decisions. Cut corners. That doesn't fit. So when you train people your core values, especially your managers, they can make decisions based off of your core values and they'll never be in trouble. There may be a coaching opportunity. Buy shitty steaks that curl because you said we need to make money, but it goes against your core value of excellence. You're going to be pissed off. They buy Kobe beef steaks and you go, oh my gosh, what's happening here? Well, based on our core value of excellence, I put on Kobe beef. Well, right? Hyperventilate a little bit and go, dude, let's talk about profitability. So core values are important. Number 3, implement checklists. Checklists allow us to impose our will without being there. The lighting level at the right time, the sound at the right level, the temperature at the right level, everything done your way. And we can even checklist how we receive product to make sure it's safe and at the right pricing and we're not getting screwed. We can implement checklists to make sure our steps of service are being followed. We can implement checklists for cleanliness and setting up stations and closing down stations. Using checklists allow us to impose our will without being there. They're critical. Now, the key is holding your management accountable to those checklists, not the line employee, and making sure they're followed every shift. That's a whole nother story. But checklists are critical. They come right after Restaurant 101 and before all the big systems we put in place to make you the money you deserve. Number 4, train your systems. You must have a system, a process, a way to doing anything in your business, your way. I run what I call a democratic dictatorship. Things are done my way. But hey, look, I'm going to be open to other people's ideas. Maybe from another restaurant, you did something a different way, or because you've been standing there 6 to 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, you know that something needs to change. I can be willing to listen and make a change, but ultimately it's my way. Because why? When you move on, I've got to train the next person. I got to ensure they're doing it my way. That's critical. Number 5, use a manager log. A manager log is very simple, right? It's communicating, keeping everybody in the loop. Well, the real reason why I want you to have a manager log is why. We're going to change our culture that they are chasing you with the information you want. How many times you've left your business and said, hey man, what are our covers? What were our sales? Who's on the shift? And you go down this list. Did we place an order? How much did you spend? And you get pissed off when the manager goes, I don't know, let me check. Like, you're kidding me. I ask you these questions on a daily basis. It's just magnified when I leave the building. So how about we put those questions in the manager log that the culture is chase you with the information. These are the things that are important to you. We force them to pay attention to it and force them to get us that information on a daily basis. Manager log is critical. And last but not least, you need to hold weekly manager meetings. Not, hey, I talk to my managers on a daily basis, because a manager meeting allows us to communicate what we hit or missed from last week and what our priorities are going into the next week. And that way everybody's on the same page. Like, if you want to have a great management team, a great team, you got to follow these 6 things. You got to make sure they fit your company culture. You got to teach them your core values. You need to implement checklists. You need to train them to your systems. You need to use a manager log, and ultimately, you need to hold a weekly manager meeting. For more help with your restaurant management challenges, sign up for my free webinar, The Secret to Building an Accountable Management Team. The link is below. Also, be sure to subscribe to my weekly tips and watch these 2 videos to keep working on improving your manager's accountability.